Hello everybody, I will start my today another coding practice. So in this video, I will solve this question, number of irons. So in this question, I'm given m by n to the binary grid, which represents a map of 1, which is run, and 0, which is water. And I will return the number of irons. An iron is surrounded by water and is formed by connecting adjacent runs horizontally or vertically. You may assume all four edges of the grid area are surrounded by water. I see. Okay, so I will quickly clarify the question statement. So firstly, I will given the 2D binary grid like this. And in this question, I will return the number of irons. So the input should be to the array, to the list, and the output should be integer. Yep. And iron is something which is one and connected with adjacent ones. So in this case, I will return 2 because I can find, right, top, top right, big iron and bottom left, small iron, which consists of only one, land. Okay, so now I'm pretty sure of the question statement. And if the input grid is 0 by 0, empty, I can just return 0. Okay, good. So that being said, yeah, I will think of the algorithm. So in this question, I think I can use the depth first search. Yeah, and actually breadth first search also works, but I will go with the depth first search. I will tell you the reason. I will compare them later, but now I will use DFS. And every, from each cell, I do the DFS um, on the only on the run and visit as much as possible. So in this case, firstly, I will start with 0, 0. And now count is 1 because I found one new iron. And I visit this, visit. Yeah. So in this way, I visit the runs which are connected. Yep. So probably, I need a visited set to keep track of the visited um yeah runs. And also when I take a look at this is already visited, so I skip. And then that way I will take a look at each cell and start from that. And also like, from here, because this is 0, it's not run, so I have to skip it. So I can say so from every unvisited one, the DFS. And also I will increment count. Yeah, so this is a basic idea I can use. And I said BFS, TFS, I can use either of them, because theoretically, I do have to visit all the nodes, all the cells in the end. So in either way, in the BFS or TFS, I will visit all n, mn nodes. So it doesn't matter. Really. So the time complexity should be O of mn, and space complexity should be O of mn, which is used for the visited set. Okay, so that being said, run me this implementation. So I implemented the part. I implemented all but DFS part. So as I said, I will start from each cell row RC. Then if this cell is run and also if it hasn't been visited, I can start the DFS from here. Oh, and also I need to count, increment the count. Okay. So So now I implemented the part that I choose the next cell, adjacent cell, but I have to take care that if this is out of the board, I should, I mean, continue to the next step. And also if this is not land but water, I also have to, skip the traversal. End the traversal from this at this node, and you know, go to another node which is remaining and unvisited yet. So okay, and also I will think. Yeah, so these are the cases I have to skip. Then otherwise, I've found the another land. So I mark it as visited and put it in the stack. Okay. So I think this is it. So I will quickly read through my code. So rows is the number of rows and columns is the number of columns. Okay, then in line 26, I initiate the count which should be returned in the end. And also I created the set visited in line 27. And in line 28 to 29, I start from each cell. And if that cell is one, which is run, then I can continue. And and also it has to be unvisited. So that's the condition where I can say I find a new run, which is a part of a new island. So run me, Yep. Let me put water in the run as a class constant. Okay. So yeah, and then in line 34, I update the count. Okay, let me call it iron count to be more clear. Yep. Then in line 35, I mark the RC as visited, and I also put it in the stack and start DFS. In line 38 and 39, I pop out the previous, cell element. Then I will take a look at each adjacent node in line 41, 42. Then if it in the island, and also if it's the water, no. If it is land, yep, I can visit it. So in line 51, I visited, and in line 52, I put it in the stack. Okay, I'm pretty sure. So let me walk through my code with a small example. I will use example like this. Yep. So in this example, so n rows is 2, and columns is also 2, and iron count is now 0, and visited is still empty set. Then in line 37 and 38, firstly, iron sees 0, 0, and I will take a look. So in line 39, grid 0, 0 is land, which is 1, yes. And RC is not visited, yes. So iron count is incremented by 1. Then I start DFS. So now stack has 0, 0 in it. And I keep going. So, and also visited has 0, 0. Yep. And in line 46, I pop out 0, 0 from the stack, and pre-row prim column is 0, 0. Then I will take a look at each direction. So this is now popped out. So each current row, current column pair is 1, 0 and minus 1, 0 and 0, 1 and 0, negative 1. Yep. Then in line 53, for 1, 0, I can say it inside. Yep, current row is 1, current column is 0, so this is true. So I will go to line 57, and I will see current row, current column is land or not. And it's actually water. So wait. If this is water, I have to skip. So yeah, I continue with this case. Then negative 1, 0, this is also the boat. And for 0, 1, this is inside of the boat. So I will take a look. In line 53, this is true. So I go to line 57, and 0, 1 is land, which is not water. So I keep going to line 60. And now once 0, 1 is added to the visited set and also stack, I will append 0, 1 to the stack. Yep. Then I'll still continue from 0, 1. So from 0, 1, I can say I should visit these nodes. And out of these, 1, 1 is only inside of the board. So in this case, I go to line 60. And water, 1, 1 is now, 1, which is round. So I go to line 63 and I will add 1, 1 to visit set, and also I put it the stack. Yep. Then I do traversal from 1, 1. And actually, I'm pretty sure if I take a look at the directions, all of them should be water or visited round or outside of the boat. So I don't have to do any more traversal after 1, 1 is popped out. So, yep. Then I will go to the next, in line 43, 44, I go to the next cell, which is 1, 0. And 1, 0 is because this is water. So in line 45, grid 1, 0 is now 0. So which is not equal to self.round. So I don't go into this if statement. So that's it. And finally, I will visit 1, 1 cell, which is already visited. So yeah, in line 45, it is also false. So I finish. Then I will return 1. Okay, I think I covered all the lines of my implementation. So I'm pretty sure of this. I will execute my code. Memory limit exceeded. Seems like there is a infinite loop or something. So I think if there is an infinite loop, it should be here. Length of the stack is plus. Stack to depend. Why this becomes the infinite loop? So this is stuck and this is visited state. And something like 1, 1. I should take a look at this. And for example, 0, 2 is appended. But 0, 2 is always in the visited set. It seemed to me that something which is already in the business set is included. Oh, so I forgot to do something. So in line 57 to line 61, I also have to skip the case if that node is already visited. So let me add that RE continue condition. Okay. Good, accepted. So I will submit my code. Okay, good. So I will quickly wrap up. So this is a question, number of irons, and I'm given the 2D list, 2D grid, and which consists of either 1 land or 0 water. And my task is to return the number of irons in this grid. And for the solution, in my solution, I started from each node, each cell, and do the DFS. And every time I find a new start of the DFS, I increment the count by 1 and I return that count in the end. And yep, the conditions that I can start DFS is if the grid, if the cell, new cell is land and also it's not visited yet. That's the condition to start DFS and increment island count. And in the DFS implementation, I will take a look at adjacent cells of each current, previous cell. And the conditions that I keep going in the DFS is number 1, it is the board. Number 2, it is the land. And number 3, it is not visited yet. And I forgot overlooked the condition number 3. So I will be more careful the next time. Okay, thank you so much. I finished my today's coding practice with this.